What's up, you guys? It's your boy. Welcome to my world. Here today with Hunter x Hunter, chapter 376. Now, there was a lot of stuff in this chapter, y'all. A lot of stuff. But I'm going to try and hit all these points as best as I can. Now, I'm going to start off with the small stuff. Well, not small, but I'm going to start off. Fuck it. I'm going to start off with the small stuff. First of all, let's start from the back of the chapter. Yo, my boys. The fourth prince. We finally returned to the fourth prince for like the last three pages of the chapter. And this man, for one thing, his bodyguard, right? His bodyguard's like, yo, another person died, right? Muhan died. So should I still continue? And he's like, well, the fourth prince is like, what do you think? And he's like, yo, well, I feel as though, yeah, I think I can still continue. You know what I'm saying? Get all these information right on Nin, and then that'll help further what we're doing, right? Basically. And the prince is like, he's like, all right, well, will you be able to accept the consequences, right? And he's like, what are you talking about? And the prince is like, basically, so by the time you're done with all this Nin stuff and you learn and all that stuff, and all the lectures are over, I'm gonna need you to bring me a gift. I don't think he said me, but he said there's gonna need to be a gift brought, right? And it was in quotation, so gift brought to prove that you're innocent, to prove that you're not controlled, because we found out in this chapter that the person that's doing all of this with the killings and all that during the lectures is a manipulator, and he can control people. So the fourth prince is taking precautions so that when his bodyguard comes back after all these lectures, that yeah, he's in his right mind and he's him. So the bodyguard, he's shook because the fourth prince is crazy, but he understands, right? And Theta, she's fine, kind of, but apparently she has a scratch on her cheek. I thought it'd be something worse, but the Nin Beast of the fourth prince gave her a scratch mark on her cheek, and from what we got from her, it indicates that that's one of the conditions for the Nin Beast. We don't know what exact condition it is. We don't know if it's like the 13th prince, where it's just like a defense mechanism, or what. But last time we saw her, she was getting caught up in a lie. I guess that could be one of the conditions, right? But she's like, we got 11 days left. By the end of this chapter, we're on the fourth day. I'm pretty sure, like around the night. We're on the fourth day. And she's thinking internally, Theta. She's like, well, we got all this stuff going on, right? We got all these days left. So we should be fine. I can be able to stretch it out, his training of Nin. And he's like, no, I'm ready. Like I got the basics pretty much. Let me do the water training, yo. The water to determine what your category of Nin is. And she's like, well, at first she's skeptical, but then she's like, all right, might as well do it, because the more you know about the enemy, the better precautions you can get, and the better prepared and the countermeasures. The more you know about your opponent, the more countermeasures you can put upon them. But when they do the water training, yo, I first saw it, right? I was like, okay, this man's a transmuter, right? Because he changed the composition of the water, kind of. No, this man is a freaking specialist. Bruh, let me tell y'all, man. This man is gonna be disgusting. He's obviously gonna be one of the last princes left. I'm telling you, this man has everything going for him for Nin. It's going to be crazy. His Nin ability is going to be crazy. This man, there's only like 2 specialists in the whole freaking series. It's Chrollo, and he's disgusting with his power. And then you have Kurapika when he has his scarlet eyes. But now we have the fourth prince. And this man's twisted. Oh, he's gonna be disgusting. He is going to be disgusting. Yeah. But aside from that, he had the third prince, and apparently, the reason why the coins keep dropping is because the third prince is creating it. Apparently, why the coins are dropping is because he's clearing conditions from doing things, and each coin is different, so it's going to have some type of supernatural effect, right? I think it's a conjurer, so he conjures these coins, and they're going to have some type of supernatural effect. So I don't know exactly what they would do, but apparently, for what we know, each condition cleared is one coin that drops. We don't know exactly what the conditions are, but apparently he's clearing them, and he's already got like 3 coins already, and each of them are different. So some type of supernatural ability is going to occur. Obviously the Nimbies are here to protect the princes, but the coins, what can the coins actually like really do? Like, is it like an attack thing? Like, is it like a landmines? Like, what do they really do? We don't know. We're not getting a lot of specifics. We're getting a general idea, but not a lot of specifics, right? Okay. Let me tell y'all, Fugetsu and Kacho, they're getting a lot of hype. They're the bottom of the princes, right? Their number, like, was it 10 and 11, but they're getting a lot of hype. Like, let me tell y'all, Kacho, she is very smart. She's very clever. And how she's taking the Secession War is very mature. Like, what Melody said to her last chapter obviously got to her, because she's starting to like communicate more with Melody. Like, in this chapter, you see that she knows that Melody has like good hearing, and all her nin powers focus on like sound and stuff like that. So she's using Morse code to communicate with Melody, and only Melody, not any of the other members and bodyguards that she have. Is just Melody. So they're gonna work together, and Melody already has a connection with this girl, and she's like, yeah, I'm going to make sure that this girl is alive. So Kacho, she's playing this very, very, very well, and she's handling the situation very mature. While on the other hand, you got Fugetsu, and she's trying to figure out her nin ability. Like, she figured out that the door can only appear once a day as of right now. Like, she's acting very Kurapika like. Like, she's trying to figure out how long it can last, like how far can it reach, like, can I activate 2 doors at once? Like, is it a matter of just thinking about it, like how big can the door, like how wide, like all these types of things. And right now she's testing her nin out and stuff, right? So she's very Kurapika like in that sense. Like, she just got a new a power, and she's already testing it out, right? And she's doing this for her sister. She's not doing interesting enough. She's not doing it for herself, right? So she's all about her sister. It's like she really doesn't care about herself. What I understand, like a sisterly relationship, but what makes her so intertwined with her sister, right? What makes her so connected, right? It's interesting because you got all your other brothers and sisters, and they're just like going out for themselves. But obviously these 2 sisters are very close. But it's seemingly Fugetsu wants her sister to I don't know. It's just I don't know. She's caring a lot more for her sister than it appears her sister is for her. Even though her sister appears to right now her sister has her head in the game, but Fugetsu she's just trying to basically, it's low-key like she's trying to make a world where her sister can live happily. But that type of thinking is, I don't know. I feel like it's gonna make Fugetsu and Kacho butt heads at one point, right? Because Fugetsu is thinking like everything's still the same. It's really not. Kacho's thinking, she knows everything's different, so that's why she has to adapt to that this environment of the Secession War, right? Yeah, I think that was pretty much it for the no. In the beginning of the chapter, you had Hulkenberg, and like last chapter, he said he was gonna go and try and sway his father. Well, now in this chapter, he tries to go to the to the people. He's like, he tries to give him a letter to his father explaining why he doesn't want to be in the secession war, or he should stop the secession war. They reject it, but he kind of gives like a badass kind of like, he's like, I'll be back every day to give a letter. I was like, Hulkenberg, yeah, don't do that though. You can't get out of this, Hulkenberg. You just can't. It's not gonna happen. You can't get out of it, right? Yeah, but after that, you had basically, it was like the People's Court. You had the first prince versus the second prince, basically, and the second prince's peoples was like, yeah, she was firing against Moose, I think that's how you pronounce his name, Moses or something like that. Benjamin's boys, she was firing against him in self-defense. But Benjamin and his boy, they're like, no, she was using excessive force because she shot at Benjamin like 10 times. So basically, they're basically on house arrest for this, for the majority. They let Camilla go, but my boy Benjamin has Moose's ability, because you know how even if his boys died, they're still technically with them. So he got their power. So he basically has Moose's owl, and he has his eye on Camilla like the whole time. So now that this whole, it was a setback. It was a setback for Camilla, but it was a set forward for Benjamin. So Benjamin's already about to play his sister. So Camilla, she was making all these plans with the first queen and her mother and all that stuff, but I think it's eventually going to fall flat in her face, because Benjamin is playing this a lot more safer. She's trying to fight everyone head on. That's not going to work. She tried to fight her brother head on. Benjamin's a lot more smarter than he think. Even though he's a musclehead, this man's smart. He commands an army of Kaiken. Like, what? He commands the troops. Like, this man, he's obviously tactical, honestly. But yeah, aside from that, the main focus that I felt like was in this chapter was the stuff with Kurapika, where Muhan died, and then the other bodyguards are getting suspicious. They're feeling like this is a setup, like just to kill everyone, because they already don't trust hunters. And then you got Kurapika, and it just looks suspect. And even Kurapika was like, if they bring the royal guards into this, the case will go in their favor, obviously, because it just looks bad on my part. You just got a bunch of people coming here, and then they're dying. No, it looks horrible. So then, Verley, I think that's how you say it. Verley, they called him Velarinint or something. I can't spell his name. I said it like a good last chapter. I can't remember, but I think his name's Verley, or maybe I'm saying the other good, whatever. He backs up Kurapika, right? He's like, yo, we're bodyguards. Is it not our job to be alert? Yeah, the first guy, Bargain, when he died, yeah, that was an ambush. So we couldn't expect that. But at this point, you should be on your toes. Using another person's bathroom, that sucks. Muhan died in the bathroom. Using another person's bathroom, you should just be like on your toes. And the back and forth between the other bodyguards and Verle, it was really nice. It really was, because then they bring back the fact that well, we don't trust hunters, all that. But then at the same time, Verley brings it back, and he's like, well, you're the only person complaining. Like, no one else is complaining. If you want to bring the royal guard, if you want to leave, then just leave. Stop it. But then Kurapika pulls him to the side. And oh yeah, Verley roasted that man. He killed him. But Kurapika pulls him to the side, and he's like, yo, appreciate everything that's going on, but we need to figure out whoever is doing whatever with the killings. And then Verley's like, yo, can I have Bill though? And he needs Bill so that Bill can cooperate with everyone in the 13 Princes room. And Verley is gonna go there to make it look like that he's actually talking, because he needs Bill, because if he went there by himself, it would look suspicious. It really would. He's talking by himself, and like it would look suspicious. You know what I'm saying? So he's using Bill as an intermediate between everyone else in the room and then him, and so he can talk to everyone and get the information, right? But yeah, that was pretty much the chapter. The chapter was, I feel like I missed some stuff. I feel like I tried to breeze through this, but yeah, that was pretty much the chapter. Yo, I'm gonna have a couple discussion videos on what's going on. But yeah, aside from that, the chapter was dope. We got 11 days left until we can get to the island. the new continent. So we gonna it's gonna be like 12 years before we get to this. Oh my gosh, man, I feel like we've been on this for like 4 years. Bro, I'm still waiting. Hisoka, uh, Beyond the Tarot, like Jing, Parison, where are they at? We haven't even seen them yet on the boat. Like, we need to. I'm waiting for that chapter. But yeah, with that being said, y'all, I'll see you guys later. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, click the little bell if you want to get the notifications when I post, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.